Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tammy. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good. Uh, so this is, your assessment, the last assessment to complete today. I've received, all your other assessment tasks. So thank you for sending them through. And thank you for joining me again. So I'll first of all just go through all of the just occupational health and safety. And we are in separate venues today or homes. So just be mindful if you have cords around you. And I always say chairs, you always knock your elbow or something on them. So just be mindful of what's around you and make sure you have a clear space. Make sure you're comfortable, you're sitting comfortably, and in your position, you don't have to look down. Make sure you're looking straight. So take care of your neck and back. And also something that probably don't, usually in your own home, we wouldn't have a toilet stop, but if you do need to go to the toilet or have a drink of water, just let me know and we can stop. And in a small, a rare time, if there happen to be a fire in either of our homes, we will stop, of course, and stop what you're doing and follow your closest exit. I can see you have a door behind you. I'm not sure where that door leads you, but just be aware of your surroundings. Okay, so how did you feel we went with all those assessment tasks?
Yeah, really good. Amelia was a great support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a help for the verbal questions when she was reading them out to you, and she was writing them. That was made a bit easier.
Yeah, it certainly did. Hopefully I've sent everything that you need through.
Yes, so we'll go through that today. So what our meeting will consist of today is we will check your assessment tasks and we'll make sure that they're all there in case there's anything missing. I already have feedback on one of your assessment tasks. I'll send that through to you tomorrow, most likely. And then we will go with your assessment with the role play. So we'll do the role play together and I will play one part, you'll play another part. We'll read through that assessment task before, and this will all be recorded. So also, do I have your permission for this to be recorded and for this to be sent to my trainer who will see this and also be posted on YouTube? Do I have your permission to do that?
Yeah, you do, Tam.
Okay, thank you, Tina. Okay, so let's get up. Let me just check my list, make sure I've covered everything. Just to reassure you, I am following the Bright Shores training policies and procedures. So your feedback for your assessment task will be completed and will be received by you within 4 weeks. And that's a satisfactory or non-satisfactory mark. And then as an overall, I've gone blank. An overall mark for the entire unit will be competent or not yet competent. And that will be, you will receive that also. So of course, these are mock assessments. So the unit of competency, you won't really be competent in the unit that you're doing. It's all mock. And so let's go to your assessment tasks. So I'm just going to share my page. We'll go desktop actually. Okay, can you see the student assessment booklet? Yes, and you can hear me. You can hear me okay?
Yeah.
I'll turn my volume up. Okay. Okay, so this is a student assessment booklet that you have filled out. I can see that you've signed. That's been signed. Okay, so let's go to assessment task 1, which I've seen already. I will scroll past that, but I can see that it's been signed. I have already provided some feedback on that. So I'll pass through that, and now let's go to, and see you've answered them to your left. That you've filled that out. Let's go to assessment task 2. Let's find it. There we go. So assessment task 2 contained 5 case studies. And that's been signed. And those questions all look like they've been answered. It's the same question, isn't it? I can see to the left. Okay. So I'm just going to keep scrolling, but I can see on the left that you have answers in those boxes. Now let's go to assessment task 3. Okay, so assessment task 3 now is the role play. So we might skip that one because we'll come back to that. And let's check assessment task 4. And see that's been signed. Now, assessment task 4 was the workplace observation, and Amelia observed you as I couldn't be at your workplace, and there was a space for her just here for her to sign. Okay, so I'm just going to open up the policies that you've sent me, and let's go through and make sure that they're all there. Okay, now can you see this file? Yeah. Yes? Okay, so you have privacy and confidentiality. Yeah. Okay, I can see that there's a policy there. I can see access and equity. Okay, you have a few there, great. Reporting of abuse. Right, there's a couple there. Code of ethics. So code of ethics, I remember when after I'd received it, that one was missing. So if you're able to, when you go back to work, to locate the code of ethics, okay, and email that one through to me, please, that will be great. Okay, Amelia can help you.
Okay. Oops, sorry.
That's okay. Did you have any questions about, was the code of ethics, was that there's, doesn't have to necessarily be the code of ethics, can be some other policies just like you have here, or procedures or codes, okay, that relate to the code of ethics.
I'll make sure I get that to you. All right.
Thank you. And also work health and safety. I can see you have one here, and that's relating to safe storage of hazardous chemicals. Okay, great. So all the other ones are there. Thank you. Let's go to assessment task 5. Oh, we'll open the files back up again, and assessment task 5 here. Okay. So this is the 2 workplace improvements. I can see that. Let's shrink that a little bit. Okay. So you have identified 2 improvements. Great. Step-by-step safe food handling procedure for mealtimes and soft fall under gross motor equipment. That's great. Okay, and I can see you have your email for step 2 and 3 have, oh, there we go, and you've added a mealtime procedure. Oh, that's great. Okay, so then you have step 4 is a summary with your supervisors. Right, so that's all there also.
Good.
That's all. Perfect. All right, we will get out of that. And So just bear with me. I get that thumbnail. I think it's a bit easy to go through. Okay. So after this, we will just go through. Oh, see you, mate. See you, mate. So I was trying to find where to pause that video, but that's okay. That's distracted me for a minute. Oh yes, we will. We will go through what happens next at the end. Okay, so it is task 3. Okay, so let's go to now our role plays. I'm just going to go share my screen again. Okay, now can you see this?
Yeah.
Assessment task 3. Okay, so assessment task 3, role plays. Task summary. So for this task, you are required to participate in 2 role plays with your assessor. Myself, role play 1, Janine, role play 2, ethical dilemma, what do you do? To read the scenarios and instructions carefully prior to participating in each of the role plays. What do I need in order to complete this session? So your assessor will play the role of the client, colleague in each of the role. And we'll do this task now. And what do you need? If you get something wrong, I will look over it, and if we do, then we will redo the role play again, and I will provide some feedback. Okay, so we have role play 1, Janine, and role play 2. Okay. Oh, sorry, I don't know what I was doing there. Let's go to I've gone blank. Okay, share screen again. All right. So role play 2 is ethical dilemma. What do you do? So you are to role play a discussion with one of your co-workers, Elaine. She has come to you for some advice about an ethical dilemma that she has. Sorry, Tina, before we start, do you have any questions about this?
No.
Okay, no worries. So you and Elaine work in a family daycare in the community. Elaine has come to you today with a dilemma that she is very worried about. A 5-year-old kinder girl has come to her telling her that she doesn't want to go home with mummy because she's scared. She scares her when she's tired. She says that her mum yells and hits her. Elaine has just begun working in early childhood education and does not feel comfortable documenting the conversation. Elaine wonders if you would be able to report it. Yesterday, you saw your friend's daughter, Sienna, talking with Elaine. You know that Sienna's mum has been under a lot of stress at home. You ask Elaine if it is Sienna that is saying that she's scared to go home. Unfortunately, it is. So now you have an ethical dilemma due to your friendship with Sienna's mother. You, Tina, are the room leader in Sienna's room, and I am Elaine. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you understand that?
That's clear.
Okay. So as part of this role play, you must discuss the ethical dilemmas that you and Elaine are facing and come up with a solution to meet the needs of the client. So I will be looking to see that you identify and discuss the legal and ethical responsibilities of both yourself and your colleague. Identify and discuss the ethical issues that you both face in this situation. Discuss the differences in personal values and ways to make sure practice remains non-judgmental. And use problem-solving techniques to work out a solution with your colleague to best align with duty of care requirements. Okay, now does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Are you ready to begin? Okay. All right, so let's make a start. Okay, so Tina, yesterday when the children were playing outside and I was sitting on the logs in the corner, just watching the children and observing them, one of the kinder children came up to me and we had quite a detailed conversation, quite a long conversation with this child. She was telling me that she's quite scared to go home. She doesn't want to go home with her mum. She said that when she's tired, she yells at her and that she hits her. And I didn't know what to say to that. I felt really sad for this child and worried. But, I've only just started in childcare. So I didn't know how to respond to that. Not sure if I did it properly, if I responded to her properly, but I'm a bit scared to report it. I don't know if I can do it, but I know that it's probably something I need to do. But, because I'm new, I was wondering if you can report that for me instead.
Oh, Elaine, first of all, thanks for coming to me and sharing this. This is really sad that you've had to experience this, and first of all, so thanks for bringing it to my attention, because this is a very serious matter. Elaine, first of all, we have a duty of care, and you have a duty of care regardless of how long you've been working as an educator. A duty of care to report this incident. You have a legal responsibility as well to report this incident. And I know in your training, as we all have, you've trained and skilled up in your mandatory reporting. So in a nutshell, I probably need to say to you that, you are the one, because you've had the conversation with this little girl, and you can recall the events or how the conversation kind of progressed. You are the best person to make the most accurate statement or reporting. But please know that I am here to support you in this, and this will be completely confidential, but you really need to be the person that's making this report. And it's very serious and important that we do so. By the way, I did see you chatting yesterday morning with the little girl. And looked very serious. By any chance, was it Sienna?
Yes, this was Sienna. Am I allowed to say that to you? Am I allowed to tell you?
Yes, absolutely. We need to know. We need to know the child's name. Well, that's a bit tricky, actually, Elaine, because I actually have a relationship with Sienna's mum outside of work. And I know she's under a lot of stress at home and pressure. But no, it doesn't change anything.
No reason to hit your child, though, is it? no matter how much stress you're under, I wouldn't do that to any children.
Well, we definitely don't hit our children, but we can't, Elaine, we can't assume what is going on in their family right now, just because of how you would manage things. Although we obviously don't endorse hitting children, but we don't know her family situation. And we need to remain professional and just state the facts as Sienna told you, pretty clear cut, and put those details in the report. But we need to take this one and be very neutral in our reporting.
Okay, so Sienna's mum is a friend of yours. Will that change now that we're reporting it? Like, will you change your mind about reporting it, or?
Certainly not. We are first of all, we are protected too, but we're looking at Sienna being the most important thing here. So you will remain anonymous, Elaine. So you won't be known to the family. Just the director of our centre and myself in your reporting, and then it will be taken. The report will be taken to the director. It's completely confidential, and then the director will forward that on to police and the DHHS Child Protection Services. So,
what if Sienna was? Oh, sorry, Tina.
No, go ahead.
What if Sienna, was exaggerating a little bit though? Like, what if, it just happened that Sienna's mum just gave her a little tap on the hand and we've gone to the police? Like, I don't want to get in trouble for reporting. Like, it's a big thing to report a parent. I don't want to, to create this drama in her life and to upset her.
Regardless, so the investigation will prove, obviously there'll be conversations had, and if for some reason the interpretation is different from Sienna's perspective, and they find that perhaps the situation reads differently, we don't know. The first person we need to protect Sienna, and yourself will be protected. And if it was proven or the case didn't stand, or through the investigation process they find out that the incident happened differently, nothing will change in your position. Again, you will remain anonymous to the family, and you'll keep your job, but you're doing the right thing. Elaine, you're doing the right thing. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes me feel much better that I have your support as well, and that's the process, I suppose, and our legal responsibility. There's, if Sienna's mum, one more thing is that Sienna's mum knows that you work at the centre. What if she tries to get information from you? She might want to see who's reported it. That might cause conflict in your friendship. Will you'll keep to your confidentiality also?
Oh, absolutely. So that most definitely, and I will only be supporting you, Elaine, and you will be the one making the report. And then once it goes, from the beginning of the report, like I said, it is held in high confidence, and you will remain anonymous. And then it will be sent to DHHS, and you will be contacted by a representative, and the conversation will be between you and the representative. The mother, so my friend won't have any need or an opportunity to engage with us. So it's all very much above board, and at that level, once we file the mandatory report, she will only deal with the representatives from DHHS Child Protection Services.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Tina. That makes me feel much better. I should probably go and write the report now, if that's okay, if I can take some time to do that while it's fresh in my memory.
Elaine, I'm here to support you. So please, this is a really unfortunate situation. So please come to me if I can give you any extra support, and we'll do this together.
Okay. Thank you, Tina.
No worries. Bye.
Bye. Okay, great. So that's done. You did really well.
It's hard on the spot.
It is. It is, isn't it, when you're trying to act natural and do it, but you did well. Okay, so we'll come back with your feedback on those role plays. Again, as the Bright Shores training policies and procedures states within 4 weeks.
Okay.
So now that's all for the assessment tasks. And that is, our meeting is coming to an end. Again, these are all mock assessment tasks. So your satisfactory, not satisfactory on your assessment task, or competent and not competent is you won't really achieve a unit of competency. And so, I think that, let me just check my list. What's next? Yeah, great. So I think everything went well today. We have all your assessment tasks. We've finished the role plays. All I need from you is, relating to your assessment tasks, is the code of ethics policy.
Yeah.
If you can find that when you go back to work, and email that through to me, and I'll add it
to
your assessment task.
Yeah, that's too easy.
And I will have those dates for you. Your unit of competency by, let's have a look when. I'm just going through. Just bear with me, please. Okay, so we're a bit delayed with our dates, so that's a bit later than the 17th. But I will stay true to that, all the other assessment tasks that you've submitted on those dates. So I think by the 1st of October, you mentioned last time, I'll have your mark ready for you and emailed to you with your feedback.
Okay.
And I will email you a candidate feedback form. If you could please fill that out. Please be honest about that. It gives me a chance to grow and learn from your feedback and ways to improve, because that's it's important. And if you can fill it out and just email it back to me as soon as you can, that would be great. And I will email Amelia and give her a workplace representative feedback form also.
Okay.
And great. So that is all for today. I'm just checking my list to make sure I've covered everything. Do you have any questions about anything?
No, Tammy, I think we've covered everything. That's great. Thank you.
Great. Well, if there are some questions that might have some feedback that you might need to add a bit more to your question, then we can do that over the phone or over Zoom again. And I know Amelia's busy, so I'm happy to organize a time, and I can read them out to you and you can give me your answer.
Okay.
And I'll give you time to have a look on the internet. We can do that together, or any policies. I will allow you time for that. If the feedback comes back with that, there are some answers that you might need to, just redo.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, if there's no more questions then, Tina, I will, I wasn't realizing I was sharing my screen. There we go. Yeah, if there's no more questions, then we will leave it at that. So there's no more assessments or no more meets besides the ones we might need in the future. But that's it. But thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being my candidate.
Thank you.
And for participating.
Thank you. Thanks, Tam.
Okay, bye.